I'm here with Phil LeBeau in Englewood Cliffs. Good to have you here in New Jersey. Phil, I heard you were a country music DJ.
That's right.
Tell me a little bit about that. How did that happen?
Purely because I needed a job, and it was a job I could hold while I was in college. It was between 1984 and 1988. I was a DJ from midnight to 6. Yes, there are people who would work from midnight to 6. I was one of them.
So probably a lot of truckers, right, would call in? Like who?
Right. It was
yeah.
KTGR was the radio station in Columbia, Missouri. I did Friday nights and Saturday nights, midnight to 6, which means social life in college was extremely limited to non-existent. And yeah, you'd get a lot of truck drivers who would be driving through mid-Missouri who would be tuning in. They'd listen, and they would call me and remind me if I was saying the wrong name of the wrong artist or mispronouncing their names. And as somebody who had no background in country music, when you're 18 years old, it was a wake-up call and some fun moments.
So I was going to ask you, you know, where'd you grow up?
In Chicago.
And do Chicagoans listen to country music?
More of them are listening to country music, especially the younger kids in Chicago are listening to it. But when I was growing up, Chicago was a country wasteland. You rarely heard anybody listening to country music. When I went to college in Missouri, and I told people that I became a country DJ, they howled with laughter. They were like, "You don't know anything about country music. You know Johnny Cash. That's probably it." And they were right. I didn't know anything. So, you know, I made a lot of mistakes along the way, but it was a lot of fun.
So what did you actually listen to? You know, were you like Grateful Dead, Rolling Stones? Like, if you were going to DJ, if you had a choice, what would you have DJ'd for?
Oh, it would be rock and roll. It would be alternative. Like, back then I was big into REM because they were just coming on the scene out of Athens, Georgia. So that was the kind of music I was listening to back then. And, you know, country was definitely not on my radar at all.
So are you a country music fan today? What do you like? Who do you like?
Well, you can't be a DJ for 4 years and not turn into a country music fan. Yes, I do like country music right now. And I pretty much am all over the place. I like a lot of the old school acts. We'll always love Johnny Cash. I also love some of the newer acts. Carrie Underwood is somebody who I listen to quite a bit. Little Big Town, Sugarland. I'll listen to those guys as well. And so, you know, from my perspective, I love the fact that there's a ton of variety with country music.
Okay, so on your mobile device, what mobile device do you have?
iPod.
And so, what do you have, Pandora, or you just
I've got Pandora on there too, and I'll sometimes listen into Pandora, but a lot of times I like to have a specific CD that I'm going to listen to.
So what's your top CD? What do you love the most? What do you really listen to?
Well, I mean, I do listen to a lot of rock and roll now, but if I had to listen to country music right now, big fan of Brooks and Dunn. I like them as well. So they would be on.
But what about number one? You're driving home on a Friday night. Like, what would you pop in there?
Well, it's got to be more faster paced, which is why I would put a Brooks and Dunn in there, because I want something that's going to be upbeat. You know, if I'm relaxing, but I still will listen to a little Merle Haggard every once in a while. And when I put that on, believe me, my kids go nuts. They're like, "What is this?" And I said, "You got to listen to somebody like Merle Haggard every once in a while. You know, you listen to that, and that's good stuff."
Okay, thanks, Phil. Love it. Talk to you soon. Bye.